or carry a hunger.
Hi, my name is Chema, and today I would like to talk to you about a persuasive speech, and I'll be discussing about the power situation of Lagos, Nigeria. My visit to New York in 2017 left me staring at a well-lit city of New York. The power was never interrupted, unlike when I lived in Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos can be compared to New York City as it is the financial and business capital of Nigeria. According to the US Agency for International Development post on the website by USAID, Nigeria has the potential to generate 12,522 megawatts of electric power from existing plants, but most days it is only able to generate around 4,000 megawatts, which is insufficient. According to the 2014 lecture publication by Claudius Awosokwe, a professor of electrical and electronics engineering, there is, however, a marked difference between New York and Lagos, which is the constant supply of electricity to Lagos. When we look at the current situation in Nigeria, where there is severe power shortage from the national grid, and even with Lagos getting the lion's share of the power produced across the country, it is not sufficient to guarantee constant supply of electricity to homes, offices, and industries. The federal government had thought that by privatizing the power sector, the power problems will be solved. This has, however, not happened, and in the several aspects of the electricity supply chain, there is one constraint or the other that limits the ability to provide constant electricity. These challenges also mean that the government body regulating the power sector has not allowed an increase in the cost charged by power sector companies because of the fact that the majority of Nigerians will not be able to afford to pay until some of the bottlenecks in the system, like metering, are resolved. And the power companies, on the other hand, say they cannot resolve the issues unless there is a price increase, thus leading to a stalemate, and a chicken or the egg situation has now arisen. Business and homes in Lagos are forced to augment power received from the national grid with power produced using petrol or diesel generators, which cost about 80 naira per kilowatt per hour, without factoring the cost of maintenance and replacement of the generators, as against 20 naira per kilowatt per hour for power received from the national grid for homes, and about 30 naira per kilowatt per hour for businesses. These generators are noisy, causing noise pollution, and they pollute the environment with gases produced from combustion. When we look at current challenges of the electricity grid and the available alternatives, I am convinced that the solution lies in having off-grid power provided at the point of need, which will be cheaper than power from generators and will be renewable and environmentally friendly. Some have argued that the cost of solar will be prohibitive and not affordable for most people in Lagos, as it will increase the cost of electricity consumed from 20 naira per kilowatt per hour for homes to about 15 naira per kilowatt per hour for a managed service. We can, however, review the Lagos economy as follows. The private financial institutions have their head offices in Lagos, and the Nigerian Lagos Stock Exchange is also situated there. Manufacturing companies have their plants in Lagos, as it has a seaport and airport, making it easy to access imported raw materials and to export finished goods and raw materials to be processed abroad. Even though Lagos State is a fringe oil production zone, it hosts the Nigerian offices of most of the multinational oil producing and oil servicing companies and the domestic oil companies as well. There is also construction of the world's largest refinery in the Lekki axis of Lagos. The 4 mobile telephone companies in Nigeria are headquartered in Lagos. Lagos is the home of theatre arts, stage plays, and the Nigerian home movie industry. It has also developed into the home of the Nigerian movie industry. Most recently, Lagos has become the center of technological development, and a hub in the form of Silicon Valley has developed around the Yaba area of Lagos. Innovative companies attempting to solve everyday challenges like transportation have sprung up, leading to the establishment of companies like Uber and Bolt in the taxi ride-hailing sector, to go Kada, Max, and O-Ride in the motorcycle ride-hailing sector. All this put together means that the home income level of the average Lagos resident is higher than that of people from other parts of Nigeria. meaning that they will be able to afford to pay for energy from a managed solar installation in their residences, and more importantly, they will have constant power supply, leading to savings in their home from having well refrigerated supplies at home rather than frequent grocery shopping. The industries and offices will also be better off with this kind of services, as the blended cost of power currently is closer to 70 naira per kilowatt per hour, as against the 50 naira per kilowatt per hour they will be paying for power from a managed solar power plant, and which will also become part of the sustainable environment initiative of the business. These installations will be quick to do all and will remove a significant burden from the national grid if the adoption is to the scale that are envisaged, leading to more power available on the national grid for distribution to other parts that may need the cheaper power. According to the web article titled "Electricity Distribution is Holding Nigeria Back" by Council on Foreign Relations, electricity shortages significantly impede Nigeria's economic growth. Therefore, I believe that there is an opportunity for a provider of solar power solutions to set up in Lagos and capture the off-grid energy market. I believe solar is the best option for most homes and businesses in Lagos, as it will guarantee constant power supply at low maintenance cost. It will also rid the environment of noise and other environmental pollution associated with the use of power generators. This will certainly bring the quality of life in Lagos closer to the quality of life I experienced in New York City.